everybody. Today I'm going to be going over the Paradise Hills version 1.2. It's a map mod that was created. Um, Fantastic map. I've actually been able to play with it for a little while, and it has a lot of things that are really close by that make it easy to do the things that you need to do. And there's a lot of built-in apps or mods like you can see here. Um, Starts with the water tank over here, then you have the fuel tank, and then you have your seeds, and then you have your fertilizer as well. You also have the fertilizer, or not, the seed maker right here, and then you have all of your uh, barns here to hold all your stuff. So you have your straw, your grass, you have your silage and your chaff over here, and then you have your potatoes and your sugar beets, wood chips, and forage. You go up here. This is where you drop um, all of your harvest stuff. So you jump it in here, and you have all of these. Man, that's just crazy to me to look at all of that. You also have your hay, your bales that you can put there. Some extra barn space. There's a selling point for hay. You have your little, oh boy, I'll get up there in just a second. As those two barns there. You also have another selling point here. You have your little house. I guess I missed the driveway, but you have your house here. It's really cool. I mean, it's really detailed. Little crops in the back, along with the clothesline. Sorry. Really cool little place. Kind of wish I had it. Then you have the huge barn here that I'm coming up to here on the left. You have your chicken coop there. Huge barn here. You go back on this road a little bit. This is where you can keep your manure and your compost. Two really cool things there. That wraps around back over to the bales of hay and where you dump all of your harvest stuff. Right down here, you actually have your goats, which is again, everything is closed by. It's super cool. I really like that. The gates open up automatically when you get close, and then you have your thing over here for your wool to pop up on the pallets. This map, I really like this map mainly because of the fact that it has huge fields. So this one right here, you can tell that the crops that were here went bad, but this is just an extra little map. I haven't played with it for a little bit, but it's well worth it. I'm gonna end up. I didn't buy it, so when you start the game, you can't buy it, so then it ends up going bad. Now I haven't checked to see if you can go ahead and harvest it anyway. I have no idea. I just started off and I noticed I wasn't able to buy it. So we're going to keep going around this way. You can tell by this that there are some huge fields, which I enjoy. I like the bigger fields. They are very expensive. I think this one is, uh-oh, losing control here. They are very expensive, which is good also because you don't want things to be too cheap. If you can, buy them without really working very hard, the map becomes kind of pointless. Let's see if I can find that. This one's kind of hard. It doesn't stick up out of the crops like they usually do, which was one of those things that kind of bugged me because you had to kind of look for it. Let's see, it's got to be around here somewhere though. I swear it was on this hill. No, I'll just skip that one for right now. I'll go over to this one just to kind of look at the price of it. This isn't one of the bigger fields. I also like the fact that this one's like not completely square. It's a little bit more realistic. This one's $650,000. For a smaller field like this, a little bit high, but I mean, like I said, it's well worth it. I'm going to go around the outskirts first, and I'll go through the middle because the middle, there's a lot going on this map anyway. I'll go ahead and go out through the outside here. So coming up here, you have a lumber where you can sell your lumber and stuff right there. Then you go up and over this bridge of the rail yard, the railroad there. Then you have your shop, which is where you buy all your stuff, and it pops up there. Cool little place here is a little mechanic shop. And then coming up on your garden center, as well as the compost and where you can sell the compost, and then the general store like eggs and stuff. So you have these fields over here, and then you have another one over here, two more over here. Decent sized fields. They're not the biggest ones on the map, but they are decently sized. You also have this over here with 3 selling points. You have your supermarket meats, probably for your beef. You also have your rail link and the compost sales also. Um, and this is also where you can see if I can go into here. I'm assuming this is for chickens and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. I know it's for something, and I don't really know what it's for. Not chickens. It can't be chickens. Maybe it is chickens. No, this one is for crops, I believe. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. I haven't really gotten into that very much. But you have the same kind of silos over here. You have your potato and you have your can't really see what that is. Steamed potatoes. You also have your water. See your fertilizer and then your fuel there, and then a couple of other cool things here. Potatoes, I'm assuming, has something to do with that. I'm just trying to give a quick overview, so I might be skipping some stuff, but I don't want to go into a lot of detail. We're just here to look at the map, see what it does, the kind of things that it has on it. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. No trouble steering. I usually use my the SciTech um, full control system for Farming Simulator, but right now I'm just using the keyboard and then using the little dongle on the control panel to scroll back and forth. Pretty cool little spot here. You have these fields, but you also have a waterfall over there that stays running all the time. Okay, so we're going over here. So you have a little creek that runs over here, and then that little area right over there we'll get to here in a little bit. This road kind of curves around. Again, I think this is really cool because it adds, it's not, just boxy. There's a lot of extra little turns here and there that you can take. So it curves around. This is where you start getting into some of the bigger fields. So 16 here is a really decent sized field. And by decent, I mean freaking huge. See if I can find the price of this one real quick. Oh. So this one's 807,000, which is kind of interesting that the other one was, 650,000, and it was, it didn't seem like it was that much. Uh, it seemed like it was a lot smaller than that one was, but anyway, now we're going to get down here to where you actually have your chickens, your fattening chickens, your pigs, and your cows. Little greenhouse over there. And this one will kind of have the same kind of stuff. So you have your same barns, your same silos for holding different things, and you have all of your chickens. Like I said, your chickens, your fattening pigs, and your fattening um, cows over here also. So there's a lot of, geez, it's a good thing I don't pay for damage. But a lot of this is the same as the other one, just the added luxury of the chickens and the cows and stuff like that. So 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8 over here are pretty just kind of smaller fields that you can buy. The whole map is really big. I really like traveling. It just takes forever to get from one place to the other. Okay, so here we are back on the road and passing those smaller fields. They also have some of these that are spread out, and I think that's really cool. Also, it doesn't really do a whole lot. Over here, you can they have those tanks. Not really sure what they are for. Go ahead and pass this car up. Then you have your grain that you can sell over here, and going through this little town kind of out of the way area. And then you have the 6 over here, the field 6, which is huge. I mean, it's the biggest one on the map. And I don't want to go up over those rocks. So I'm going to go over here and try to find out how much it costs. There's a fuel right there that you have. And go out here and see how much this is, which you can just tell by the sheer size. And the best part is it's not like flat land. I mean, you can tell right now that I'm on the top of this little thing here, and so it's a lot more rugged. And this is 1.2 million, biggest map, or biggest lot of land on here. Um, well worth it. If I had $1.25 million, I'd spend it on that because you'd get most of your harvest from that one field. Um, right here, you have this one, which I did buy at some point, and the field 4 here. And then I forgot to mention over here, you also have your cows. So up by your main, by your house and stuff, you have your cows and you also have your sheep, which, like I said, I love it because it's close by and, you can run your feed over there really quick without traveling across the map to do it. I'm going to go around this corner. So it has fields. Oh, goodness. It has fields that kind of go around the road here. The road kind of goes all the way around, kind of in the middle of the whole map. And so you have all these fields around and in the middle also. But you really want to get into uh, your wood, your wood farming. And that's where we're going to go ahead and head now because back and back of us is our base. This is where we were starting from the beginning. So I'm going to go over here, and this is the lumber yard. So this is where the you can sell off your lumber to the place here. The little gate will automatically open when you get close to it. And then you have this little pathway that goes towards the middle of the map, and it is actually what will eventually lead to um, back here. So this is all farming land that you can farm for your wood cutting and wood harvesting, and then you can sell them here. You start off with a lot of these vehicles that I currently have. Some of them I bought, obviously, um, but you just go through all of this, and you just take your time and farm as much as you want. I'm not really into the farming, the wood cutting. I got into it a lot more whenever I got the steering wheel, the Cytec wheel and control pad and pedals. But this map has it all. It has everything that you could want. And I've been looking for kind of more of an American map, and this is the best one that I have found so far. I don't know if it's based off of an American map, but for me, it felt like it was more American for me. So I love it. Keep that in mind that it's well worth the download. I think it's 890 something thousand megabytes. So it's almost a gigabyte. So it's a really big map. But on the other hand, it's well worth the hard drive space. So keep that in mind. Um, that's going to be it for me. If you guys like the page, please subscribe down below and please leave a comment. If you have anything in particular that you would like me to look for to find a really good mod, please put in the comments below. I'm more than happy to try to download or find something and then download it, and then I'll write a review about it as well. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and thank you for joining me.